You are now listening to the Blind and Ginger podcast.
We're on the air for episode... What episode is this?
23?
23.
Something like that, maybe? 22?
MJ.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jordan, bro.
Oh, okay.
Actually, how old was Michael Jackson when he changed colour?
I think he was about that age. I think it was... when did Thriller come out? I think that was 1984, and he'd already started kind of becoming white. It was like a 5-year process, 5 to 10 year process.
It wasn't, but was it that vitiligo, whatever that
Vitiligo,
yeah. Because I've seen like Kyle Kuzma's girlfriend has that, but she's just like patchy. She's not completely white. So is it that, or did he do something weird?
I mean, there's so many different theories. Because I think in 70, maybe 78 or 79, he released Off the Wall, which was like that disco album.
Yeah.
There's so many classics on it. Living off the wall. What was the other one? I wanna rock with you. It's so many classic tracks.
So many great songs. Dude, you know in They Don't Really Care About Us.
Oh yeah.
He says a lot of slurs in the original version of that song.
Does he really?
Yes.
Wow. Like the good ones? Like the
really good
the
ones.
ones that roll off the tongue?
Yeah. Like what's the lyric is like I kick me, Jew me, but the other word.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the K word?
Yeah, the K word.
The K word. Yeah.
Kick me, Ike from South Park me. Don't try to black white me. That's the lyric.
Ike from South Park.
Just rhymed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he is Jewish though, that character.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ike.
So he has his bliss in like season 3.
Oh, wow.
Ike's Kyle's little brother. He's the Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Canadian Jew.
Canadian Jew, yeah, man. Actually, what religion are Canadians? Mostly.
That's a good question, bro. I think they're pretty mixed. I know they got a lot of Scottish heritage. So I imagine like Christian.
Yeah. There's a lot of Italians there, and there's French.
Oh, okay.
A lot of French.
A lot of French. Most of them are Christian as well, I think. A lot of Indians as well.
Really?
In Toronto.
Okay.
From what I've heard. I've never been there, but
apparently Toronto and Montreal are very similar to Melbourne, I've heard.
I've heard that about like most countries.
Yeah.
Like, can people be original in there?
Sure, everyone says it. Everyone's like Beirut, basically Melbourne.
Yeah.
Damascus,
Dude.
basically Melbourne.
Brisbane all over it.
Damascus, Vegas, baby.
Yeah. Speaking of the Middle East, bro, did you see the big controversy this week?
Oh, yeah, Ronaldo's going to get
50 lashes.
50 lashes.
Everyone's in uproar about it, mate. People can't stop talking about it. Social media's a roar.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, all I'm seeing, yeah.
They protested it as well the other day in
bro.
Melbourne.
Yeah, they're carrying like green and red flags for him.
Yeah.
In solidarity
with
Ronaldo.
Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah, for Portugal.
It's so dumb. Yeah, everyone's walking through the streets of Melbourne collectively.
In solidarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people didn't see, he got so Ronaldo, he took some Iranian woman gifted him like some paintings of him. They looked actually really nice. They're really nice.
Yeah,
paintings.
they did look good.
Yeah, they were.
She was a very good artist.
Yeah. So he took a photo with her and he had his arm around it. She looked like she's probably 50. I think she maybe was special needs as well.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
That makes sense. She's a good artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad if she's not actually that, but yeah. Anyways, he took a photo with her just putting his arm around her in like just a friendly fashion. And it was in Saudi Arabia. It wasn't even in Iran. So the Irani government have sentenced Ronaldo to 99 lashes for touching a woman while he's in a relationship.
Adultery, right?
Yeah, under their laws.
Dude, how funny would it be if the next game he scores like a 90th minute winner, takes the shirt off, and his back's just fucked up. It's just destroyed. It's like, oh, they did it. Holy shit.
Oh, wow. And he still scored a brace.
You know, it'd be funny if Ronaldo gets lashed,
Yeah.
and then, because Messi's in America, he gets like death by firing squad. Like,
To try to match it.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Ronaldo gets 99 lashes. It'd be all like Ronaldo and Messi fans comparing who got the most lashes in like the most amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if Ronaldo got lashes and then like scored a goal,
Yeah.
people would be like, Messi would never score a goal after getting lashed.
And then Portugal plays like Iran. And and Ronaldo scores a free kick. He starts doing like a lashing celebration.
Yeah, Ronaldo crawls to the corner flag on all fours, and Leao is behind him, like
Like lashing.
lashing.
Oh my goodness. Imagine if he actually copped it.
I know, but if he's getting done for that, for just putting his arm around that lady, that's adultery. Everyone in
Yeah.
that country must be always getting in trouble.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Like with the because that's actually said in the Bible as well. Like I think the Apostle Paul, he was writing. This is like after Jesus.
Yeah,
I can't remember which. I think it's maybe the letter to the Church of Corinthians or something.
mm-hmm.
And he was basically saying, I think it says in the Bible, he says it's good for a man not to touch a woman, but I don't think it's inherently like a sin that needs to get punished by it. That like I've been reading the Torah, like the first 5 books of the Bible, and there are like sins that you get stoned to death for and stuff like that. And like touching a woman, as far as I know, is not listed in there. It's more of like a new thing in the New Testament, but I guess it's in Islam as well. I think writing is Islamic, I think.
But if it is a sin, is there different punishment for different sins, or is everything just like stoned to death?
Well, I think in the law there are like different punishments, but the whole thing with like Christianity is that Jesus came so you don't have to like cop those penalties, except for like obviously the state needs to punish people for murder and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But like little stuff like touching a woman, like you shouldn't get stoned or
you
lashed.
shouldn't get
for
99
that.
lashes.
Yeah, 99.
99 is so many.
It's a lot of lashes. I was talking to someone, they were like, "Oh, could they do it lightly? Like light lashing?"
Oh, I've seen videos of people getting lashed in my Reddit escapades.
Really?
It doesn't look fun at all.
No, it looks no, especially to get like the metal tipped ones.
Oh,
Can you imagine that? Oh, getting your back just torn apart. It's makes you cringe.
oh, dude! In high school, I got punched in the stomach
Yeah.
because
Is the mic not too quiet?
no, it's good.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I got punched in the stomach because my friend got a girlfriend
Yeah.
in like year 9.
Yeah.
And so I downloaded a whip app on my phone. And when you flick your phone, it makes it like whoosh. And I just
That's such a 15-year-old thing
Yeah.
to do.
yeah. But I was probably just like jealous because he had a girlfriend. Right? And we're playing basketball, and I spent
Yeah.
the whole lunchtime. And then he punched me in the stomach at the end. And looking back on it now, fair enough.
Yeah. Imagine he's like, "Oh, well, I'm whipped him." I pulls out a whip and starts whipping you.
He's like, this is going to be funny in 2023 when Ronaldo gets 99.
Yeah, well. Do you see he became saw some stat from Ronaldo because he scored again. He scored like another 2 goals in an international.
Yeah, in a friendly.
Yeah. Was it a couple days ago? And he's got like 78 goals for his country after the age of 30, which is like if he was playing for any other country, those 78 goals would be he would be the top scorer for like 190 countries, including like France, Spain, like top 9 nations.
Is he not the top scorer for Portugal?
No, he is, but I'm just saying like
Oh, compared to like Brazil.
just his
Argentina.
goals after the age of 30.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
So that's 8 years worth of goals.
Yes. Just 8 years.
10 international goals a year is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's
a huge amount. I've been looking up. I was just randomly been looking up, like, because I used to, when I first got into watching soccer was like 2012, like 13, like properly. Like I remember watching like 2006 World Cup.
Yeah.
I think you probably started watching at the same time.
Yeah, I did.
And I was into the Bundesliga at first. So just today I was just randomly Googling like guys I used to watch, like Julian Draxler. I'm like, what happened to him, bro?
What did happen to him?
He's playing in Saudi. He's only 30.
Was he with Schalke still when they went to shit?
When did they when did they turn bad?
Like 4 or 5 years ago?
Nah, so I think he was at Schalke from like 2011 to 15. And then he was at Wolfsburg for a year or two. And then he went to PSG for like 4 or 5 years and was kind of tearing it up a bit. During his prime.
Yeah, I remember having him on my like FIFA 14 career mode.
Yeah.
Like he was like 90 rated.
Yeah, because he was like, he would have been, like 21 then.
Yeah.
But then he randomly had like a loan at Benfica like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, goofy
Benfica.
Portuguese loan. Yeah, now he's in Saudi.
Oh, it sucks. So the players are hating it, apparently. They're all like,
Oh, really?
this is terrible.
Ronaldo said he's going to retire there. Although he's got
think-
it. He's got a good situation, I think.
Yeah, he's set up, and he's like the face of it.
Yeah.
Imagine how much they probably paid him just to say that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and they're paying Neymar like half. What is it? Half? It's like $500,000 just for any post about Saudi.
I understand like resources from the earth,
Yeah.
but that's so much money they're just pissing away.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, I was watching
Saudi's pretty crazy.
last night. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
I was like watching like Heung-min Son all goals for Tottenham, and then I was like, where did he come from? I don't remember him coming into the league. Like
He was at Leverkusen.
Yeah, is that Leverkusen?
Yeah. No, wait, no. He was at Hamburg at first.
He went to Leverkusen.
Yeah.
And then I was like, geez, Leverkusen produced a lot of talent. And I was like, just going through like Leverkusen youth products.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Yeah.
They did.
Havertz from Leverkusen.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. I think, oh no, he's not. I was going to say
Andre
Götze.
Schürrle was there?
Andre Schürrle, yeah. Germany, like, for such a one-team league, a lot of good talent comes out of Germany.
Yeah. Michael Ballack used to play for Leverkusen as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he Ghanaian?
What?
Ghanaian?
No, Michael Ballack.
Ballack.
Yeah, he was a German guy.
Ah.
I think you're thinking Michael Essien.
Yeah, I think
He played for Chelsea.
Yeah, what a good player.
Oh, bro, he was a boss. This is like full turn of like a football podcast, bro.
Yeah. Bro, remember that Chelsea attack with like Fernando Torres, Moses?
Oh yeah,
Moses.
Is it Michael Moses? What was his first name?
I don't remember.
Mitchell?
I don't remember his first name.
I'm thinking NRL player. There's an NRL player called Mitchell Moses.
Yeah, that like Ramirez.
Yeah, Frank Lampard was like sort of 33, something like that.
Yeah. And John
Gary-
Terry still.
Gary Cahill.
Gary Cahill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aspilicueta, who's still playing.
Ivanovic.
Yeah, and Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Arsenal fan. Oh, do you watch freaking Jake Paul, but not Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis in the weekend?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible event. I don't watch the actual event. Do you watch the build up to it? Do you know who Dylan Dennis is?
I actually don't know much of the drama.
So
I just know Dylan Dennis like was trying to have a crack at KSI and like burned an Arsenal jersey.
who was he having a crack at?
KSI.
Oh, okay. Oh, and KSI's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, because I think him and Logan Paul are business partners.
Yeah.
So he was trying to like have a go at KSI. So he burnt an Arsenal jersey on camera.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that's such a weird thing.
He
to do.
promoted the fight very well, Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He so the history behind Dylan Dennis, so he used to be like a BJJ prodigy, like jiu-jitsu prodigy.
Mm.
Like 2015, 16. He was actually in McGregor's corner in 2018 when he fought Habib.
Okay.
And he was causing a ruckus then. After Habib beat McGregor, Dennis was in the corner like calling on Habib. So Habib hopped the fence and dove into the crowd, and then everyone started fighting. That was actually the start of like that big melee.
Oh well, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah. So that was Dylan Dennis. And then he had like an MMA, he had a couple MMA fights in like 2018, 2019. He only had like 2 or 3.
Mm.
And he's on record saying he can't remember the names of the guys he fought. That's how like bummy they were.
Yeah.
He just took him down and like leg locked him or whatever. And then he just didn't fight for ages. And he kept on, he was supposed to fight Jake Paul, I think. And then he didn't fight him. And he was supposed to fight Logan Paul. I think he was supposed to fight Tommy Fury. He's just pulled out from all these fights. So then during the build-up of this one, when he was fighting Logan Paul, I don't know why, but he just like went after his missus.
Yeah, I saw all that. That was like an article every day.
So bad, dude.
What was he doing?
There's just a bunch of clips. I guess she like used to be a bit of a promiscuous woman.
Yeah.
And there's obviously, it's the internet. There's clips of, it's pretty easy to find clips of, easy to find clips of you and I saying dumb shit like 3 years ago or whatever.
Like 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago. Yeah.
We said that there was protests for Portugal in the city.
So, yeah, he was just pulling up a bunch of old clips of her, like, saying, like, promiscuous things. And then...
Can you give me an example?
Oh, she'd be like... It's like a selfie video, and she's, like, talking about how she wants, like penis right now.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, every girl's done that, though. Like,
Yeah, and then there's, like... he did say a funny... He's got some good comebacks. Like, he's pretty quick on the mic, Dylan Dennis.
yeah.
He's like... this is during one of the press conferences, and he like brings it up, and then Logan's like, my girlfriend's beautiful. She got like she's a millionaire. She's got a great apartment, and Dennis is like, yeah, that Leonardo DiCaprio paid for.
That's good.
And
That's good.
I don't know why, but I get. Oh yeah, so then it's actually such a good story. The beef was hilarious. So he kept on doing stuff like that. And there's all these photos of Logan Paul's missus, like dating all these celebrities and stuff. So he's like Dennis has posted photos of that. And then like maybe 2 weeks before the fight, Logan Paul's missus announces that she's suing Dylan Dennis for like defamation or
Why would she do that?
stalking. I don't know. And she was going to try to sue him for like $50K a post or something like that. So anyway, so it gets to one of the last. Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
How is it defamation to post a photo that exists?
I don't know.
It's not something pornographic, so it's not illegal.
I think she was claiming that some of the videos were ripped off like her Snapchat story or Snapchat she
so
sent
funny.
to previous people like 4 years ago or something like that. I think they're trying to use it as like revenge porn act
Yeah.
sort of thing. But I don't think he posted anything like any nudes of her or anything. It was just her saying stuff and photos that you can Google of her with like celebrities, whatever. Anyway, so then this was like hilarious. Like you couldn't even imagine that this would happen. So they're at the final press conference, and or one of the last of them, and Logan Paul brings out Chris Hansen. The Chris Hansen, like the have a seat here. Have you been messaging a 14-year-old girl?
Chris Hansen.
The Chris Hansen. So he brings out Chris Hansen. He's like, Logan Paul's like, yeah, Dylan, because you're a predator. Like that's his angle he's coming at. Like you're a stalker type thing. So Dylan's already sitting down. So Chris Hansen goes, Chris Hansen goes, why don't you take a seat? So Dylan Dennis stands up. Chris Hansen starts coming at him, at Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis just goes, how about you go pay your taxes? You're like, what? Chris Hansen has taxes? I'm like, is this true? So I Googled it. He does.
Oh my God.
I'm like, how did Dylan Dennis even know this? He had no idea that Chris Hansen was going to come out.
That's so funny.
And as soon as he said, you can see Chris Hansen go, I don't have any issues there. Let's get back to you. Like he just cooked him. And then Chris Hansen starts trying to plug his new show that he's got.
Oh my god!
It's called True Justice on True Blue Network. It's my network. I've got a new network. And then Logan Paul just grabs the mic off him.
What a catastrophe!
And then Dylan Dennis goes, Chris Hansen, why don't you interview? Why don't you investigate Logan Paul's dad? He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. He's like, there's video of him kissing a 16-year-old girl. He's a pedophile. And he's like, what? And then like 30 seconds go by. You hear this, Dylan Dennis tells Logan to like, shut up. And then you hear this voice in the back, hey, what a comeback. And they're like, who said that? And Logan Paul's like, oh, that's my dad. Dylan Dennis like, yeah, bro, you're a pedophile.
Dude, Logan Paul takes so many L's.
Have you seen him wrestle?
No.
Like WWE professional wrestling?
Oh, yes.
That guy can wrestle, bro.
I think he was like close to going pro wrestler in high school.
Yeah, I think he was like a high school wrestling like amateur champion or it's called that style of wrestling is actually called amateur wrestling.
Right.
Like that high school collegiate style, it's called amateur wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, he was really good at that.
Yeah. But I mean more in terms of like internet beefs.
Yeah.
He's always just getting destroyed. Like he doesn't.
Oh yeah.
He's not like witty enough to ever come back with anything.
No, he's not. He's kind of just like that, like typical like goofy, like jock.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he never has anything like to say back.
Not really that whippy. And
have you seen on his podcast? If anyone ever brings up the Japan incident, he gets like.
Oh, he gets cut, does he?
He gets so cut, and it's like even if you're cut, just play into it.
Yeah.
Just play into it a bit. Laugh it off.
That was like 5 years ago now.
Yeah, it was
5,
ages
6
ago.
years. Yeah.
I think it was probably longer, like 7 years ago.
Pretty hectic. He filmed a dead body.
Yes,
The guy hung himself.
it was a wrong decision, right? But like every time someone brings it up, he won't like laugh it off and go like, "Yeah, I was dumb. I don't know why the fuck I did that." He'll go, like, "Why would you bring that up? I've moved on from that." Like he'll do like that. It's
Yeah,
like,
okay.
don't be like that.
Yeah,
Like,
just take it in your stride, mate.
yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you are pissed off, which is fair, you can't. I don't understand like the. Like, you know, a teacher would be like, if someone's hurting your feelings, tell them that they hurt your feelings. It's like, well,
Yeah.
so tell them like what you're doing is working.
If someone's bullying you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the worst thing to do.
You know what you're trying to achieve? You're doing it. Stop. Stupid.
Yeah, it is dumb. Yeah, he's even taken L's from God, bro. He
Has
because
he?
he's got that guy on his podcast. It's George, who's he's like an open Christian. This guy George.
Oh, right.
And there was like a clip of Logan was like, you know, talking bad stuff about Jesus to this guy George, and he was like insulting him. And then like the next week, Logan Paul got sued. He got sued for some crypto scam, and then he got like really sick. So Logan Paul even acknowledged, like, he's like, yeah, bro, like, sorry, like 3 weeks ago, I insulted Jesus, and God's just kind of stomped on me.
Also, no one really acknowledges how those guys all did crypto scams on their fans. All those YouTubers.
Yeah, that was like, what, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, the pump and dump with the NFTs and
Who else did it?
everyone did it.
Yeah.
Like all the big people did it, but then even people you don't know, like people
Yeah,
who
right.
are like 1 million subscribers, but you've never heard of them.
Yeah,
They're all
okay, yeah.
doing it. Do you know my favorite person in the Logan Paul crew is? Mike Maljak.
I think I know that guy.
He was dating Lana Rhodes
Oh, yeah.
when she was at like peak fame.
Okay.
Fuck, can you smell that? Someone's chuffing.
Really?
You smell it?
No, I don't. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone is chuffing. Must be close by. What?
Probably Park.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but yeah, he was
Far out. Stink.
yeah,
That stank.
it stinks. Such a distinct smell.
Isn't it?
He was dating Lana Rhodes,
Right.
and he was obviously copying it on the internet.
Yeah.
And instead of just like again like leaning into it, he'd
Yeah.
get super defensive. And every time I ever saw this guy, because I never watched Logan Paul sing, he's always on like other people's stuff.
Yeah.
They have him on.
Yeah.
Every time he's like, what everyone needs to understand is I am more disgusting than Lana. Whatever Lana's done on camera, I've done 10 times as worse off camera. And it was just like, too much. Like,
Yeah.
trying way too hard.
Yeah.
And all the comments were just ripping. It was every time he went on anything, he just got roasted. It was so funny.
Because that's all anyone would talk to him
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Was that sort of his like claim to fame?
I think it was, yeah.
That's bad, bro. You don't want to be famous like that.
Nah. And then she got pregnant by, it's widely believed, Blake Griffin.
Oh, really?
And so even now, all these comments are just like, you got cucked by Blake Griffin.
Is
Like,
he still with her?
I don't know. Nah, I don't think they're together. I think it was a one-off type of thing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, that's rough. Like, if you're dating a porn star, you just got to own it, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got to go the other way with it. You got to be like, yeah, you should see what she can do in there. Like,
I guess so. I mean,
it's a lose. It's a bit of a lose-lose.
It is.
But you've got to. I think the only way to, best way to win is not to play.
Yeah. Yes.
The best way not to play is to be like, yeah, well, she's good at what she does.
Yeah. Just cop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and brush it off.
Yeah. It's classic. It's like stuff you learn when you're 10. Like, if don't let it affect you.
Yeah.
People see it's affecting you, they're gonna keep going.
Yeah, that's why they do it.
It's like you're like a 30-year-old man and you're getting defensive on a podcast. Like, what are you doing, man?
I think I'm 3 years off that, bro. Yeah. Yeah. So then the actual event, this fight, it was just the biggest circus. I just saw like the highlights. So from what I heard, Logan just like kind of just outboxed Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis didn't really land that much. He tried like some goofy MMA takedown, like halfway through the fight. It's like a boxing match. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the fight, the bell go ding ding for the last 10 seconds, or they do like a clapper or something. And then typical boxing, they only do this in boxing because it's so rigged. They take away the time. So when there's 10 seconds left, they take away the time. And then they're supposed to count it out, then ding ding at when that last 10 seconds has elapsed. But you can clearly see in the last round of the Dylan Dennis Logan Paul fight, there's 10 seconds left on the clock. It goes away. Then like 20, there's an extra 26 seconds. It goes over by like 16 seconds before the bell. And then the fight, I guess, ends by Logan like throws a punch and then rolls under. And Dylan Dennis like wraps his arm around his neck and like rolls to the ground to try to like choke him out or something. And then all these people run into the ring. There's a big skirmish. And I think Dylan Dennis got like DQ'd or something. They clearly planned to do it. If one of them didn't get knocked out, they clearly planned to do that.
Yeah,
to cause clicks.
It's a spectacle. It's not a fight.
Yeah. And then KSI boxed what's his name? Tommy Fury, who's like Tyson Fury's little brother.
Yeah, I was reading about that this morning. KSI, like, I watched it back and I think I won.
Just who cares?
It doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything. Who
what
cares?
you think doesn't matter.
Does it just? Who cares? Who cares?
I think I'm the best comedian in the world, so I must be.
When I'm having a bad set and I bomb, I'm gonna go outside and kick a TV.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
You know what I was watching today? It was a snippet of like some WWE documentary.
Oh yeah.
It was Batista and John Cena talking about the 2005 Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Where they both fell over the top rope.
Oh, okay.
And their feet hit the ground at the same time.
Yeah.
So that wasn't planned.
Right, okay.
So John Cena was meant to Batista was meant to Batista bomb John Cena and then throw him out of the ring and win the Royal Rumble.
Right.
But when John Cena's running at him and he's meant to jump up onto Batista to get Batista bombed,
yeah.
John Cena jumped up on him with such force they both fell out of the ring. And then
can you sort of see like the panic on their faces?
John Cena's like chill. He's like laying on the floor. Batista,
because he knows he's gonna lose.
You see Batista on all fours, like, and then it cuts to Batista, and he's like, when I realized what happened, all I was thinking is like Vince is gonna be pissed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then so Batista's like, I don't know what was going on. John doesn't know what's going on. The ref doesn't know what's going on. They like all wing it. And the ref crowns them both like Royal Rumble winners.
Wow.
And then Vince's music comes on. And he comes running down,
Yeah.
and I remember watching as a kid, like, Vince is angry because he looks like comically angry. Like,
Yeah,
you know that
yeah,
Vince
yeah.
McMahon comic?
Yeah.
And Batista's like, I was looking at him and I was like, oh shit, he's really mad. And it cuts to Vince and he's like, I was furious. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen? And so Vince goes, he's screaming, he's yelling, he's running that thing, screaming.
Yeah.
And he goes to jump into the ring
Yeah.
and tears both his quads.
Is that when that happened?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then, so,
And there's like 6 people in the ring, isn't
yeah,
there?
there's like 3 refs, Batista and John Cena are in there, and like some other guy, I don't know what his role was. And so Vince gets in the ring,
Oh, wow.
and he tries to stand up, and he tries to stand up, and his legs just buckle.
Yeah, because
He just falls, and then Batista and John Cena are like so confused what's going on because he's just sitting with his legs out like straight,
and he's still mad.
and he's still mad, and he's like leaning on the ropes. And he looks like an angry little kid. He looks like an angry little kid.
Yeah.
And then I actually don't know what happened after that. I don't know. I think Batista ended up winning. I think they made him like start again or something. I
Okay.
don't know. But yeah.
I've heard stories. Doesn't Vince McMahon, obviously, I don't know, he's not running it now, but didn't he used to like sit like underneath the ramp or something going into the ring?
Did he?
Not underneath the ring.
I haven't heard that before.
I've heard he like sits really close to like where they walk out, and he like runs the production from there. Like he's like
okay.
mic'd up and like yelling to the camera people.
Probably.
Because that's what Dana White does as well for the UFC.
Okay.
He's actually sitting there like running the production.
That must be so stressful.
Yeah, bro.
Must be so, especially WWE because it's scripted and it's like everything needs to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the UFC would have its own, like stress about it because you got like people pulling out of.
Oh, I'm not saying it
like
wouldn't
that.
be stressful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying WWE because it's scripted as well would be like.
Yes.
So much
Oh,
much could
God.
go wrong.
Yeah.
But then, at least it's gonna be like you have a
spectacle.
rough idea what's gonna happen. In UFC,
Yeah.
like some guy wins and he's just like spouting anti-Semitism.
That's true.
Like, you're like, oh shit.
But that's kind of dude, MMA is like the last. It's one of the last bastions of like true free speech because no one PC watches it.
Yeah,
And they don't even want to watch it. It doesn't even enter like their
realm
at all. Even like stuff that is super crazy because none of them watch it.
Yeah, that's the only way to get away with stuff.
Just don't have a market of PC people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it happens with every comedian that's been cancelled
Yeah.
for saying stuff for
Yeah.
speech, not for like actual stuff where it's like you shouldn't have done that.
Yes.
For
yes.
speech, it's always like for 5 years they were chilling, then they got like an acting gig, and then because the left started watching that, they're like, oh, what? He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
you know?
Then they go pull up a podcast from 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but until you're on their radar, you're chilling. You're
Yeah, that
fine.
happened to like the funniest person they tried to cancel was Joey Diaz. Do you remember that?
Did they try and get Joey
They
Diaz?
tried to cancel Joey Diaz because there was like a podcast clip of him going, "Yeah, you know, there was this chick at the Comedy Store, and I told her that I'd give her a spot if she sucked my dick." Yeah, it's just so stupid stuff like that. And anyways, they put that clip was from like 2010, and they tried to cancel him during the pandemic. And he just had the most hilarious response ever. He's like, I already canceled myself 20 years ago when I started in this business. You ain't going to cancel me. He just flat out denied it. He's like, you are not canceling me.
And also, even if he did, like, his fan base is not those people, so he's like, it doesn't affect him.
No.
It doesn't affect him.
And then when he made that stand, there was like all these other comics and like all these fans of him like came out to defend him. Like, we love Joey. Like, it actually helped his brand.
He's the best. Joey's the best.
Oh, he's awesome. I love Joey Diaz, man.
You know what's funny? Like, you know, people don't like Louis C.K. obviously,
Yeah.
because regardless of your thoughts on what you did, like some people still think you shouldn't be able to work,
Yes.
and it's like, you know, there's that clip of him saying the N-word to Patrice.
Yeah.
It's like, do you think people have found that and gone, oh no, this is actually pretty funny, and just left it? Because like it won't work. We can't get him on that because Because if you pick the wrong thing, like something like that,
Yeah.
people will listen to it and go, "Ah, it's pretty funny. I want to see more of this guy."
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hilarious bit.
If you're
That's
listening,
one of the greatest radio moments of all time.
I think it's the best joke ever. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
If you're listening to this, Google or look up on YouTube, Patrice O'Neill and Louis C.K. on Opie and Anthony, talking about the evolution of the K word.
Yeah. You just type in the M word.
Or the N word. Yeah, the N word.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. N word joke will come up. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like people who try to cancel stuff and become fans of it.
What happened to Shane Gillis?
Oh, yeah?
Because he was no one. He wasn't famous.
Yeah.
He'd been doing a podcast for like a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
It had apparently 3,000 listeners at the time.
Okay.
Gets cast on SNL. Someone finds all these old podcasts, him saying slurs, all that shit. Gets fired after 4 days. Doesn't even appear on the show.
Yeah.
But then what happened was people heard the clips and were like, this is pretty fun. I'm gonna
That's a
listen to more
funny
of it."
guy.
Yeah. And now he's the biggest comic in the world, arguably.
Is he actually?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely up there, right?
He's up there. In
Yeah.
terms of skill, he's top tier.
Yeah.
But fame, he's getting up there.
Wow. And also just hearing that someone got cancelled after 4 days of working with SNL, that'll make you want to check him out.
You want to check him out,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow, this guy was so cool. This guy was so good at his art. He got hired for SNL. And then he's so cool, he got fired from SNL.
That's funny as.
Yeah.
I made a video this week. It was in my tutorial series, how not to talk to gay people.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I thought more gay people were going to get cut at it. But they actually really embraced it.
Gay people are funny.
They are really funny.
Gay people are very funny.
Yeah, they are. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Most gay dudes I know are hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they don't get... Because they, if they know you're joking, they'll go with it.
Mm. Who's to say I was that? Yeah, bro.
Dude, I went to the doctor last week.
Yeah.
Doctor was one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
I had a headache for a week and I was just getting worried about it.
Okay.
So I Googled it headache for a week. Google's you have a tumor for sure.
Yeah.
Get your affairs in order.
Super AIDS.
Yeah, super AIDS.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctor and his name's Evgeny. I'm Russian or Ukrainian. I don't know which team he's on.
Yevgeny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thick accent.
I love the Russian, Ukrainian.
Yeah.
I love that accent.
I'd
love it.
I'd been to him before. So I knew I wanted to go to him again because I went to him for an ingrown toenail once.
Your toenail is...
And I was I walked in, he's like, what's wrong? I was like, I have an ingrown toenail. He's like, I cut it out. No problem. And I was like, I want to go to that guy. He's straight to the point.
Yeah.
And I walk in, he's like, well, what's wrong? I'm like, I have a headache. He's like, how is the pain? And I'm like, oh, it's I'd say it's a 6. It's not so bad that I want to kill myself from the pain. He's
unbearable or anything.
He's like, you don't want to kill yourself. This is good. This is very good, yes? And then he's looking in my eyes.
Yeah.
And this happens to every doctor I go to. He's like, your eyes, they are different, yes? And I'm like, yeah, I'm blind in my right eye.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and he asked how, and I was born like that. And he's like, eyes. He's like, you should consider MRI. And I was like, oh, what, for the headache? He's like, no, headache is fine. I'm curious about your eyes.
Yeah.
Because whatever I have, it's one of the rarest cases.
Of your eye?
Yeah.
Oh.
Obviously other people are blind in one eye, but something with mine. I went to the optometrist
Yeah.
a year ago and she was like, you should be completely blind. You shouldn't be able to see.
In both eyes?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was looking at the one that is blind and she's like, this is fucked. I've never seen something like this. Apparently all the nerves are tangled and ripped and shit.
Really?
Yeah. And then
wow, dude.
So I'm talking to Evgeny and I'm like, oh, it's the headache's fine. He's like, I'm like, is it maybe sinus? He's like, no sinus. You're stressed. And I'm like, I'm pretty stressed actually. How'd you know? He's like, life is shit. Everybody is stressed. And that was it. I went home.
Oh well.
Yeah. And then I told him, I was like, look, I don't want to get an MRI. I don't spend $400 on an MRI.
Yeah.
I was like, if I still have the headache in 2 weeks, I'll go.
Yeah.
And then the headache subsided after like 1 week. But he rang me.
Yeah.
And he's like, we schedule MRI, yes? And I was like, no, it's fine.
It's gone.
He's like, okay, you change your mind. You'll call me, yes?
I love this guy, bro.
He's the best, bro. He's the best.
There's a
And then I got home and I was telling my dad. My dad's like, oh, I'll go to that guy. He's the best.
There's a customer at my work. I haven't asked him what country he's from yet, but he's got like the same accent.
Yeah.
And he
It's a
asked,
great accent.
Oh, he asked for sometimes he asks for like honey in his coffee, and he goes, "Yes, and honey." I love the way he says it. Every time I see the word honey now, I read it like in his
really
voice.
like that?
Honey, I want honey. It's great, dude.
Yeah. Yo, dude, I went to the doctor and then like for the next 2 days, every sentence I said, I would just in my head go, yes. After. I love yes as a question.
Yes.
Yes. Your eyes, they are different, yes?
Yes. It's like I guess we say yeah at like the end of a question.
Yeah, we do.
What's going on, yeah?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, have you seen that? Yeah, that's like a...
You don't even hear it when we do it.
No, you don't. But I guess other people hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like A. We had A at the end of a sentence.
We say hey a lot.
Do we?
Like, if you don't hear someone, you're like, hey?
Oh, yeah?
Like, as in, can you repeat that? Hey?
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's all like, you don't even think about it.
Mm.
It's just like subconscious sort of verbal tics.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even think I had an accent. And then I went on a date with an international student, and she was like,
Yeah.
I can't understand you.
Yeah.
I was like, really? She's like, yeah, you have a really thick accent. I was like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I remember being like 9 or 10, not thinking that. I remember thinking like when I was 8 that all other countries were weird and goofy, and that Australia was the only like regular one.
I thought the same thing.
Do you reckon every kid in the world thinks the same
Yeah.
thing?
Because it's normalcy for you. So, like,
Yeah.
everything else is weird.
Yes, super weird and goofy.
I remember even, like, going to, like, someone's house, and they're like, you can take your shoes off. Like, what?
What?
Because in Italian culture, it's very disrespectful to take your shoes off in someone's home.
Same with Aussie culture.
Yeah. Which I get it, because kind of like, what, you own the place? You can take your shoes off?
Yeah.
And you go to, like, a friend's house, like, take your shoes off. Like, what? No.
Yeah. And
Or
then you go to like a Vietnamese family's house.
They're like,
And they're
take
like-
them off.
Yeah. And they're also like, why are you in here? Like, who let you in? And you're like, what, I can't break in? Far
It's
out.
a straw
What
hut.
come
I
to,
just
bro?
walked in.
What is it? Free country, bro. Yeah, bro. I was playing soccer today. I wasn't even playing soccer. I was just kicking the ball against the wall
Mm.
at the park. And it's by Melbourne Museum.
Yep.
So there's always like kids on excursions and stuff there all the time. So I'm kicking the ball against the wall, and you can hear it like where I am, like the sound's reverberating. There's like a whole bunch of kids over there. One kid like runs over, and he like wants me to kick the ball to him.
Mm.
So I kick the ball to him, and he like controls it, passes it back. Yeah, good job, buddy. I kick it to him. Then all of a sudden, dude, I'm like surrounded by like 50, 60, 100 kids. They're all like wanted to kick the ball. So I'm like, get a circle going, guys. Get a circle going. So they kind of did it for maybe like 20 seconds. Then it just devolved. And some of like the adults, it was just funny as.
Oh, my God.
It was funny. It was like a funny moment.
There was no other way that could have gone.
Nah. I was like, all right, guys, you're going to take 2 touches. Someone will kick it to you, control it. And then I was thinking, like, I should have made them do, like, 2 defenders in the middle of the circle. Because that would have made, like, a game.
Yeah.
But the kids who, like, the future little, like, sackers of the group, or, like, there was, like, a little Mohamed Salah-looking kid.
Yeah.
He's like, I start juggling the ball. He's like, oh, I can't do that. I'm like, yeah, you can, buddy. Kick the ball to him. He starts like doing the Maradona juggle, where like he kicks it, the ball like lands on the ground, he hits it on the half. I'm like, look at you, you're doing it. And then he, dude, he did like a Ronaldo chop when the ball. These kids are like probably 8. The ball roll, dude, he did like a Ronaldo chop control and then passed it. I was like, wow, dude. It's like cool.
Yeah,
It's cool as, bro.
that's impressive at 8 years old.
Yeah.
It's also funny, they're at the museum. They're like, a ball?
Yeah.
Let's go do that.
Dinosaurs, T-Rex, screw that, dude. Kick the ball. They were all like keen as.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
And the adults with them like, oh, sorry, is it? I'm like, it's the world game. Like, I can't deprive them of the ball. You know what I mean? Like, far out. But it was funny. It's cool.
Dude, I went on a date Saturday night.
Yeah.
I had a really good time, and she needed to go. She was staying at like a friend's house in like, she's in like uni housing, and we're in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, it's like probably a 10-minute walk, and I wanted to spend more time with her at the end of the day. So I was like, oh, I'll just go with you. I'll walk you home. And the place is in North Melbourne, so we're getting like a tram.
Oh,
Like the city and everything.
you're trekking.
Yeah, so we trekked. Well,
Yeah.
I was fine. I was just like chilling.
Yeah,
right?
having a good time.
I was having a good time with her. But then got to the point where, like, I said bye to her and everything, and I look at my watch. It's like 1:30. I'm so tired, dude.
Oh, wow.
Like, it was one of those days I woke up tired as well.
Yeah.
I'm like so tired, and I'm like, fuck, how am I gonna get home? Like, I go back into the city, get the train, and then I realized there was a.
Oh, you didn't even have your car with you?
No, my car. I was drinking,
Oh, right.
so I was drunk, tired, like.
Yeah.
Dude, you're so tired. And then I realized there was a tram I could get to like a suburb near my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll just get the Uber from there.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, dude, I'm on the tram. I'm so tired. I'm just trying to keep my phone alive
Mm-hmm.
so I can get there. Anyway, everyone's been in this situation. Like, no one on the tram but me. I'm like, okay.
Oh, right. Solo dolo.
Yeah, solo dole on the tram.
Yeah.
Like you that one time.
Yeah, bro.
Prestigious
Prestigious moment, bro.
prestigious moment. And then we get stops and like 20 like guys get on.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
The fellas.
yeah, the fellas get on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. So I just like kind of like put my hood up a bit. And I'm like chilling. And I'm looking at my phone. I just hear like whispering.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, not now. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And then I just go like that and just direct eye contact with like just one kid.
Yeah.
Are you the guy from TikTok, bro? Fuck. And then
They come over to you?
they come over, they were good lads.
Yeah.
Right? They come over like, can we get a flick? I'm like, yeah, of course. Right. And then he took it. And then I saw for like a split moment before he put his phone away. I'm literally like eyes closed in the photo. Like, and then they're talking to me about FIFA.
Yeah.
Like, have you been playing it? And I'm like, yeah, it fucking sucks. Same
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah.
Like they were doing it. They were actually awesome.
Yeah.
If I was awake, I would have
And
been
you're
like full
you're
on
just being bummed
jovial.
out.
And I was like, yeah, I played it today. It's fucking shit game. Just angry. Just angry. And the girl was texting me too. I really like this girl. I wanted to reply to the
Yeah.
text to talk to these guys about FIFA on the tram.
Sorry, babes. High priorities right now.
Yeah. And then I was doing that thing as well where I was like, why couldn't this have happened 2 hours ago? She would have thought I was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, start getting all egotistical about it. Like,
Yeah, true. I got recognized at the airport like a week and a half ago.
yeah.
I was in Melbourne airport. I was getting my my bag tag. You see, you just go over the machine. So I put on my bag tag. I look up, and then there's like some bloke. He's like maybe early 20s. He's wearing like a flannel shirt. And he's like, "Hey, are you the?" And he starts like pointing at my beard, like the white patch in my beard, which is actually like 50% of the people who like recognize me. They're like, "Yeah, mate, I saw the patch." I'm like, "It's got to be him." So he
to be
goes,
fair,
it works. Yeah. Anyways, he goes, "Are you the guy?" And he's like pointing the white patch in my beard. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You make the videos?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, that's awesome, bro. What are you doing in Melbourne?" I'm like, "Oh, I live here, bro." He's like, "No way." He's like, "Dude, my mates are not gonna believe me that I saw you." I was thinking maybe I should have asked, like, told him, like, you know, if you want a photo, it's all right, you know.
Yeah, I think like
But I don't want to be like that.
to you it
It's
feels
the wording of it.
to you it feels like a conceited thing to say to someone.
Yeah.
But to him that's probably to him you're like, he's a fan. So
Yeah.
it's probably like it's very weird. It's a very weird thing to balance.
Yeah. Because I remember being...
To him that probably wouldn't have been a big deal, but in your head you're like, that's a really weird thing for me to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to my mom about it too. Like it kind of depends on the wording. Because I guess if you just go, like, do you want a photo? Also the tone of voice you say it. But like, even if you said it like jovially, like, oh, do you want a photo? That can sound kind of, maybe sound kind of douchey. But if
Yeah.
you say like, it's okay if you want a photo.
I think you got to go super casual. Like we can get a flick if you want, man. Like,
That's a good way of going about it.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How was
like that.
Canberra?
Oh, great, dude. Yeah, great. Yeah, just spent a lot of time with my parents. And I saw like heaps of schoolmates.
Yeah,
Heaps
mad.
of schoolmates. And I had a couple of mates who were living overseas at the moment who happened to be in Canberra at the same time. So like got to see both those boys as well. I was hanging out with my mates and we're talking about bread.
Yeah.
Just like four blokes talking about bread. And we're talking about like quality of bread. And my mate goes, he's like, yeah, I like to go to Brumby's Bakery. Do they have that in Victoria?
Nah.
I think it's a New South Wales thing. He's
We
like,
have Baker's Delight. Is like the chain.
yeah, we got. So there's a Brumby's Bakery. It's like a chain, but just I think in New South Wales.
Yeah.
And my mate's like, really, you got Brumby's? He's like, yeah, bro, it's counterculture.
What? How's it
He was
counterculture?
He was messing around, but like,
okay.
it was such a funny thing to say. Like going to IGA is counterculture.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Cracked me up, bro.
That's funny.
Oh.
Dude, have you ever been invited to like a high school? Do they do like high school reunions in Australia? Like you went to private school, so like they
Yeah,
wouldn't,
my I think my 10-year anniversary was it anniversary? Graduation? Reunion. I think it's on next year. I don't know if I'll go, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like most of all the boys that I've, wanted to see, I just keep in contact with. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, I don't know. I feel like if I went there, I'd just be hanging out with a bunch of people like I don't really,
Yeah.
if I wanted to hang out with them, I'd probably I guess there's some people who are like, you're friendly with in high school and it'd be good to see them. Maybe.
It'd be cool to see what everyone's up to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to I know where mine would be. Mine would be in 4 years.
Okay.
See if I'm famous by then, I'll go
Yeah.
and I'll just be like, I did Rogan like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, got 7.3 million views, so.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rogan bump, I wouldn't expect you guys to understand, but
Yeah.
pretty. I was talking to Bill the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just helping him write some stuff. Yeah. And if I haven't made it, it's not going. I'm not going.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid it's going to be, just like a pissing contest.
I think it would definitely be a pissing contest.
Yeah.
I feel like adulthood is a pissing contest. I feel like when everyone gets married and then your life gets like monotonous and boring,
Yeah.
life becomes a pissing contest.
Yeah, like
it just becomes like my son's in the gifted kids program.
oh,
at
look at
school.
my car.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it is a bit like that.
it does get like that.
Definitely something you want to avoid,
Yeah,
I think. It's just stupid. It's all just like appearances, eh?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Because, I don't know. Everyone's pretty lame.
Yeah,
Like, on a base level, everyone's pretty lame.
yes.
Like,
Everyone's boring.
Yeah.
Everyone, I forgot who said it to me. It's like everyone has max 3 good stories, and they can probably tell one of them. Like
the average person.
Yeah,
Yeah. Even like obviously everyone's, I believe, everyone's made in the image of God and like everyone's got like talents and everything like that. Like that's, I think, it's good belief, but yeah, it is at the same time. It's like, I don't care that much.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And also because the way society is set up is like you're not encouraged to pursue what you might good at. Some people go through life not knowing what their talent is.
Isn't that sad?
It's very sad.
Yeah.
Because also, like, even think about us.
Yeah.
Eventually, there's going to come a point where it's like, all right, this if it doesn't happen for us, one of us, whatever, a point will come where it's like, oh, I got to like get it together now. I don't think it's going to happen. Because it's very rare to have the freedom to just pursue something until it works. Like, there's a time limit.
Yeah, I guess the time limit is if, like, I don't know, you want like family or something like that. Yeah.
Like, if you got like someone pregnant tomorrow, it'd be
Yeah.
very difficult to juggle everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how like there's comedians in Melbourne that are like mothers to like young kids. Whenever I see them doing gigs, I'm like, fuck, good on you. Like, how? Like,
yeah, respect.
How are you finding the time and the energy?
Even the dads and stuff as well. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I work a 9 to 5 in an office, not doing anything strenuous, and I'm like, oh, gig tonight. Oh my god, how much?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me.
It is pretty crazy, bro. Even me, like, I work like 30 hours a week, but I get up pretty early, and then make videos and like, you know, work out and stuff. Yeah, if I had a couple kids, bro, like,
something's gotta go.
Yeah, because you also got to start making more money too.
Yeah, you can just neglect your kids.
That's always an option.
That is always on the table.
Always an option.
And then, if you become great, you can just like buy them when they're like 10.
True.
You're like, can you come stay at my house instead of mummy's? I have a race car bed. And
hit him with that transfer fee.
Yeah, right. Transfer fee. Yeah.
From a goal bonus.
Good analogy. Did you ever have like at school when I was like in grade 4, I had a friend who had like divorced parents, and it was just constantly both his parents trying to buy him. It was crazy. Always had the newest phone.
Yeah.
Newest this, newest that. Like, he had a car at like 14 that his dad brought him, like, for him to learn in when he was 6. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, because I don't think one of them actually ever spent time with him.
Oh, really?
Well, single parent, you probably work a lot.
Yeah.
And then you got your own life. But, like, I think they just tried to buy him, and, like, no one actually spent time with this guy.
Yeah, right. And then also, like, both parents are just blowing their resources on a bunch of, like, premature, super expensive gifts on their son. When you, like, and they're not even spending time with him, which is, like, the most precious thing. Especially,
like, if you're, like, 14, you've grown out of it in a year. You're like, I'm not interested in this anymore.
True.
It's a complete waste of money.
Imagine feeling that about a car.
Well, that's like privileged kids get like that, isn't it? My Mercedes is the wrong color, like that type of stuff.
Yeah. Remember that show on MTV, My Sweet 16? You ever watch that one?
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, that was so bad. They had some good trashy shows on that.
Did you ever watch Wife Swap?
Yeah.
Great show, man.
That was a really good
Great show.
I remember they had one, it was like some vegan family, and like the mother like would get up in the morning and stare at the sun for like half an hour. She was like almost anorexic, just sort of like a witchy looking woman. And then they swapped her with like, yeah, man, we eat 8 slabs of bacon per morning, like full meat eating, loving. They love meat, this family.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the vegetarian family, because the husband, the vegetarian husband, he was vegetarian as well. And they had a big barbecue at this dude's place. And he still didn't want to eat the meat. You could tell he wanted to, though.
Yeah.
But he was just, I don't know, loyal to his wife.
Oh, man.
And his wife's diet.
The best ones were when they'd get, like, the psycho wife who would complain about everything. And then, like, the traditional wife, they were like, how can I service you today?
Yeah.
And they'd swap those. And then always the husband that got swapped to the traditional wife would be like, no, I'm not going back.
This is great.
Yeah, I'm not going back. And then the other dude was like, give me my wife back. I haven't appreciated her. It was so funny. Yeah. Hoarders is a great one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Hoarders, what else? My Strange Addiction.
Oh, wow, yeah.
They don't have these shows anymore, do they?
No, they don't. Not really. Super Nanny?
Super Nanny, yeah.
Super Nanny?
Super Nanny's great.
Some kid would be like throwing crap at the wall.
Yeah.
Now, son, you have to... Like, she'd full lecture him. That was a good show.
Oh, Scared Straight.
I'd never really watched that.
You know what Scared Straight?
Nah, not really.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
Dude, just getting like an overconfident 14-year-old and sticking him in a prison is so funny.
He screamed out with some guy who's got like a sickle on his like face tat.
Yeah, and the prisoner's like threatening to reform him that at night. Like
that would work.
Yeah.
Definitely worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. TV sucks now.
Yeah, what's good, bro?
Nothing's good.
Nothing much.
There's new.
All
Do you know?
good stuff's on the internet.
Do you know Mike Flanagan?
Mike Flanagan, no.
He's a horror director.
Okay.
He did Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor. I love this guy. I reckon everything he does is amazing.
Yeah.
New show, The Fall of the House of Usher. Sick. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's like you know Succession?
No.
It's just a classic like rich dad, kids fighting for rich dad's approval.
Yeah.
And they all start like randomly dying.
Okay.
It's a very good show.
Randomly done. Is it horror?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I can't
It's
watch
hor-
that stuff, bro. It gives me anxiety, bro.
nah, it's not scary. I'd almost argue it's like a dark comedy.
Okay.
It's very funny at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon this guy is like a genius. But the point I'm getting at is like he had a contract with Netflix where like he would just do a new show every year,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of let him do whatever he wants. I feel like, and it's like, see, when you just kind of trust a creative person to be creative, you just get gold every time. Like you don't have to meddle in it.
Yeah, just let him be successful.
Yeah, and like he has like, because I know a lot of problem people have with like modern television is like the woke agenda,
Mm.
and it's like he has that. Like he has like gay characters and all that stuff, but it's not like
Forced.
it's not even that. It's just like they're gay, they have a husband. It's not. Then it's never mentioned again. Like they're like that. It's not like forced down your throat. Like acceptance, diversity,
Mm.
and it's like it's good because he just got to tell like a great story.
That's great.
Yeah, this guy's the best. Everything he
Yeah,
does
that's
is
good to
amazing.
hear.
You don't like horror? Not a horror fan.
There's been like a couple. It just makes me, just the way I'm wired. Like it just like I find it really affects me.
Yeah.
For like a few days or like a week after, and it just gives me like really bad anxiety.
Okay. Fair enough.
There was one. I don't know if someone's like a cool concept. Like I watched It Follows. You seen that one?
No.
So that's about there's kind of like this monster, right? And it just comes in the form of just people, like shapeshifts to different types of people, and it just constantly walks after you. And if it touches you, you like die, like a horrific death. And the way you get rid of the monster is by sleeping with someone else, and then they get the monster coming after.
Okay.
It's kind of like an STI.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds interesting.
yeah, it was like an interesting movie. It had a good soundtrack and stuff. So I remember I enjoyed that. But even there was just some like really creepy shots. Like I think it's a girl. She's like the main character. She's like sitting in a classroom. She's like a high school student, and the camera just pans out outside, and there's just this old woman just like walking towards her. It's really creepy.
Old women, little girls.
Yeah.
Like, oh nah.
Yeah, stuff freaks me out.
I'm alright with it until it's like I'm late at night. It's like 1 a.m. and I'm walking by myself. I'm like,
Oh,
don't look at any windows. Don't look at like
freaks you out, eh?
yeah. I don't look in windows at night.
Yeah?
Yeah. My fear is like
Yeah.
seeing a reflection.
Your own reflection or seeing like,
Like you know, like in the movies, they look in the mirror, like the girls.
Oh!
behind them, like that. That's always in my mind.
yeah.
Always in my mind.
Or like seeing a face
Yeah.
in there, not even in the reflection, just like looking at you through the window.
Yeah. I don't like good horror movies.
That's a good way to put it.
I love a bad horror movie.
Yeah.
A very bad horror movie where it's like funny.
Dude, I actually got it on DVD. It's called Land of the Dead. It's by George Romero, who's actually like the father of the godfather of zombie movies. That movie's from like Land of the Dead's from I think 2004. That's actually a really good movie. Cause like the zombies are kind of like humanized. like they kind of you kind of feel bad for them
Oh, okay.
because they can communicate a little bit, and they're like kind of oppressed.
Yeah.
I might watch that movie again soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that because it was just kind of goofy. You know what I mean?
I just love the battle. Like, you know, like the ones like you could tell Netflix whipped it up on like a $50,000 budget.
Yeah.
And it's just like doesn't make sense. And there's like plot. I love them. They're the best movies.
Yeah.
They're the best. It's always the same too. It's always like there's like the main character is always a woman.
Yep.
Main character is always a woman, and she's always like they come home after a night out and like their apartment's trashed,
Yep.
and the wife's like, "Oh my god, someone broke in," and the husband's always a douchebag.
Yeah.
Now it was probably just the dog.
Yeah.
But like the house is trash. Probably just the dog got into some stuff. Or like she'll be like, you know, I was getting stalked. This guy's been following me since I got home from work. Like maybe he just lives here too.
Yeah.
Like
They just play it off.
Yeah,
They
he-
never validate the
he
woman's
can
feelings.
Never just believe the wife.
Yeah.
She'll be making like the best point ever.
Yeah.
Like this guy showed up at my work, my gym,
Yeah.
this, that. Maybe he just goes to all those places.
It's like, why did you
You're-
marry this guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't believe anything that you
You're
say.
being crazy. I know they're trying to play up like the shitty husband stereotype
Yeah.
so the movie can happen. But
Yeah.
like, it's like I don't believe that you ever like liked each other.
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
no
it's just
chemistry
contempt.
between the actors.
Contempt and no chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens in the typical movie?
And then the woman dies. And the husband's got to be like, what?
What?
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Do you want to wrap it up, brother?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. Yeah, pray for peace in
In Portugal.
Portugal for
Yeah.
Cristiano's back.
Prayers up to Ronaldo.